Good day, guys. Being here. Today we're going to talk about this. So this is Sama's question. What is the easiest way to make a pattern-based family? Just a simple extrusion for the full edge, and then can fill any pattern just with a thin reveal line. So when you render, it does not show like one surface. Okay. Not necessarily a pattern-based family. So let me just quickly. So this is the project. Sometimes when we model something, and I'll just pick a wall. I'm not sure which one I should use. Yeah, because all these walls are not familiar. Anyway, so I just pick one. Okay. So it looks like some masonry wall. Looks like this is brick, and basically in Revit we just use surface pattern, and we don't create like the gap between these bricks. And when we render, we always use if we render in Revit, it will be setting under, I think under here, so on the graph, under appearance. That's reveal pattern, I believe, use this image to control the depths of this image, to create those bump, create those what do we call that, the gap, the mortar, the feel. Yeah, basically that's the basic one. And you can, however, so if you have some pattern not very very complex pattern, so you can use the walls reveal. So if you can add some, so sometimes can be quite useful. So for example, so let's pretend that this is some concrete, precast concrete, and then sometimes we can add a reveal. So I think there's no so it looks like there's no profile, so by default this is a big reveal. So of course it's not right. So what you can do is you can create a profile. So for example, you can go family and profile. Okay, so once in the profile you can add, so depending on the size, some I think not sure how deep it need to be, so for the concrete panel, but I'll just roughly draw something like this, and I'll just mirror this so oops, sorry, check the copy. So yeah, so if you create a review, looks like this one, so maybe that's too big, but anyway, let's just use this one. So load this into this project, and then edit. I'll just change this reveal to this one. Okay, so you can see the direction is wrong, sorry. So it need to be rotated by 90 degree. Oops, sorry. Control Z, RO 90, and MV, move this point to here. So load this back, overwrite. Yeah, that's better. So TL, so you can see create a reveal, a gap. So you can just copy this to add certain spacing, and then to represent the gap between those precast concrete. So yeah, if this can be useful, and you can also place them horizontally. So this will create a better result than only use the material, only use the relief material or bump or whatever you have here. Okay, so this is a review method, and also I'll just copy this wall here. I don't want the review. I'll just delete them. Oops. Control Z, delete. Okay, so another way of doing it is you can create a face-based family. So let me just quickly draw a face-based family. Okay, in this face-based family, so I'll use create a void form. So and then just create a very thin. So for example, I'll just draw something like this, and maybe make it 20 mil. And maybe not sure how deep it need to be. 20. Finish. Let's go to 3D view and see. Make sure it's in the right direction. So -20. So see here. So and then you can also add more. And so this can be quite useful if you want to create some random. So sometimes you have a random pattern, so you can copy this, do this, and you can place it that. So you can even make it parametric, but yeah, probably not necessary. So you can just create a pattern just random, and then maybe not that long, maybe just drag them back, and something like this. Okay, so and then this is a pattern, a void pattern, and what we need to do is maybe just drag this to cover all the void, and we can use cut. Let's go to 3D view so it's clearer. So cut use this base and cut this void. Use these voids to cut the base. And okay, so this is it. It's a void. It's a face-based family with some random. So we can just add some more. Cut base. And okay, so now let's load this into the project. And then we can just go to 3D view, and then we can just directly place on face. And then once we place on face, it will automatically cut. Okay, so and then if you create this as a rectangular shape, or it can be repeated, so it will be better, I think. Oh, sorry, Control Z. What did I do? Try to select this family instead of the wall. So CC. I'll just copy this one. 24. It's actually can even this one can be used. So see, overlapping, but create some pattern quite nice. And maybe I'll just copy this one up to there. So yeah, so this is another way of doing it. So face-based family. So okay. So let's go back to that question. Pattern-based family. And actually, let me just try another one. So I think, okay, we can also use parts. So once we create parts, we can, so for example, currently make sure the setting is so if you have 3 options. You can show parts, which is, so if you create parts, it will show parts. If it's not parts, of course it's show original. And if you can also change it to original, so even you create parts, you still see the original, and you can show both. Okay, so for this exercise, I'll change it to parts. So now you can see this will create different parts for this wall, because this wall there are some different layer in here. Okay, so now what we can do is we can select these parts. Once you select, you have the option to divide parts. And if you can use edit sketch, just simply just draw lines. Okay, so draw lines, and I'm not sure about intersecting lines, but let's try. Oh, sorry, wrong work plan. So let's set work plan first. Very important. Okay, so it looks like we need to do this before we edit sketch. Let's cancel a sketch. Let's set work plan first. I'll just cancel this one. Set work plan. Pick on this face, and then let's just select this one. Edit parts, sketch, and then just draw some line. Okay, so now these lines are parallel with that surface. It's on this surface, and if I click on yes, and you will see it will create all this, and you have the option to create a gap. So currently that's no 0, and then we can just give it a gap, so maybe 20, and you will see, if you zoom in, you will see that those gaps. Okay, can you see? Yeah, so see here. So I think it's probably because of the material. I'm not quite sure. It will use, yeah. So if I finish it, okay, yeah, good. So because previously we are under that edit, so now you can see they are all separate with a little gap. So which means if you let's try, I'll just try to do a render here. So I'm going to just use a section box so I don't render the other parts. So if I could do this, do a very draft one, so and do render, and so it should show those gap. Yeah, you can see those gap. Okay, so which is good. So I'll just cancel this, and this is another way of adding a little bit more detail into your drawing, into your render. Okay, so okay, let's go back and then face based, or no, here question pattern based. So yeah, as I said, probably not necessary. We don't really, most of the time when we do, especially when we do normal walls, we don't really want to use pattern based family because it will be very easy, so you can just but if you're doing mass, I think that's I think, let me try. Okay, so I'll just try to do, maybe just do a simple one. I will do a 1 2 3 1 2 3 and 1 2 3. Okay, so very simple math exercise. And okay, so let's just make it a 3-dimensional. Okay, so for example, if I want to create something with this, so solid only with gap. Yeah, to be honest, I'm not sure what's the best way to do it, so maybe I'll just try to do this, and then after that I might just use the square one where a rectangle, and then so I probably will just create a pattern based with not really sure. Let's have a try. So I'll see if I can just quickly do it. Pattern based family, and also depending on what pattern you're going to use, because you can't change the pattern without destroying your family. So basically you would need to do it again. But for this one, I think what's the best way to do it? So if I create a form that's a solid, but how can we just have a gap? Maybe let me think. We need to offset the other way. Yeah, anyway, so let's just draw place some point on reference line maybe, and we can use segment length to control the the gap between this point and this point. So if I want the gap to be 50, so I can just 50 go that way. That's fine. Yeah, we can go place another one and just flip it and give it segment length with 50. So we can keep the distance between this and this always 50. So I think yeah, once we have this one, we can have another two there. This good. This one need to be flipped. These two, select them, segment length and 50. Okay, so we have this one, this one, this one, this one, and then if we connect this one, these two, I'm not sure if it is the good way of doing it, but yeah, at least I think it will work. So what I'm doing is create a reference line. So this reference line will always be 50 away from this one, because these 2 points are 50 away from these 2 points. And then once again, I'll just place another point, another point, another point, another point. And so I'll select this one, good, this one, good, this one, flip, this one, flip. So I'll select 1, 2, 3, 4, change it to segment length and 50. So now once again, I'm going to connect these two spline and connect this one and spline and reference line. Once again, because we still need to connect this one and reference line, and also this one and reference line. So now we have 4 reference line. And what's this one? This one, did I just check? Sorry, I didn't check the box. So now we can select all these 4 and create a form. So this solid will always be 50 away from those adaptive points in this pattern-based family. And then of course 50 plus another 50 will be 100 mil. So if I load this into the project and use it onto this pattern divided surface, then we will have something with those solid. Okay, so it looks like okay, we have some issue with the orientation of this, but the gap between them are always roughly 100 mil. So you can see which are good. We just need to work out how can we just place all these families on the same side of this mess. I think we can try to I'm not sure. I'm not sure about this. Usually I just try a different one and have a test, but maybe this one we don't really need to do this, because we offset this one by 1 meter this way. So how about we 500 each way, and then so it should be good, right? So we don't need to worry about which side, but doesn't matter. And yeah, I think this is it. Of course, this is a rectangular pattern, and if we change this, we will destroy this family. So for example, if I change it to a triangle, and then this, it won't work. So you need to just redo this to create something like this. Okay, so, and I think that's it. Do you have any other ideas about how can you do this? And I know that yeah, you can in some render engine, so for example Lumion or other software, they have, you can find some quite nice materials, very real. So you don't even need to do this anymore. But yes, it's always good to have a review, so it will create more realistic renders. So if you have more other way of doing this, please let me know. Okay, so thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time. Thank you. Bye.